cover that has become a recurring, like we say, decima in Nigeria. It's happening every now and again. And I felt like just recently there was a clean sweep of the manhole covers, which a lot of arrests have been made. I got a report today that the police arrested some of those thieves who steal the manhole covers and leave the roads and motorists vulnerable. It can affect your car. People can fall in. I've seen accounts of people who said they were walking in the evening and they just fell in. Don't ask if they don't look at the ground. I mean, don't ask that question. The most important question is why people go to steal manhole cover. So both the people who are stealing it, the people who are buying it, and all of the people involved in the manhole cover theft value chain, I hope to God that we get our claws on them, because it needs to stop. It's costing the state a lot of money to fix this thing back, and these people will sell it, I am sure, at 1/10 the value of what they stole it for. It needs to stop. It's crazy, and I'm glad that arrests have been made. So if you see something, please say something, report it. I love the fact that people are doing videos about it. I saw my colleague Willy Owazobia. She did a stand-up video, pointed at quite a number of areas in the central area where they had removed them, and several other people have done this kind of videos, which has gone to the attention of the relevant authorities to ensure arrest of these people. So they need your intel, they need your help to help find them. So Mr. President was in Enugu, and we'll play a bit of what was said here and there from his visit to Enugu. And it is Mr. President's first visit since, I recall, becoming president to the state, to the region, as a matter of fact. And a lot of people are looking at what the visit means for the region. What does it mean for the Southeast if we're going to look at the bigger picture beyond just this visit to one state, which is Enugu State? What does it mean for Enugu State? What does it mean to the southeastern region of Nigeria? Given the fact that, over time, the region has been complaining of being either ostracized from government or being left out in a lot of things. We've seen the effort of this particular administration to give, the ones that are constitutionally mandatory. No government has reneged or at any point decided, I'm going to go against the Constitution. They always fulfill that role. However, there's always the concern as, are you taking as many people? Is there equal representation and or whatnot? Or maybe not so equal, but is this region also represented in your government? And we've seen this administration try to address that. There were a lot of concerns about security chiefs and all whatnot. We've seen effort to get representation from every, importantly, region in the country to be a part of that. And we're also aware of the peculiarity of the southeastern part of Nigeria, where the IPOB agitation has been there for many years. The secessionist agenda is still there, even though it's not as loud as it was before, particularly during former President Buhari's administration, where we saw massive protest on the street. We saw a lot of attack, a lot of damage that was done, and a lot of vocal people coming out and saying, we need to secede from Nigeria. That has cooled down a lot. And some people will say maybe because Nnamdi Kanu is incarcerated. Others will say generally it died down because a government that was perceived to be anti-Southeast or anti-South is no longer in government. That was the narrative at that point in time. And if it's consistent with what we see today, it's left for you to say at this point in time. So looking at Mr. President's visit to the Southeast, the big question is, what does it mean for the region? Last Saturday, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu visited Enugu State to commission some projects executed by Governor Peter Mbah of Enugu State. It's the president's first visit to the Southeast since he was elected president in 2023. Also, it was another opportunity for the Southeast to host a Nigerian president after nearly 3 years. The last time the region hosted a Nigerian president was in May 2022, when then President Muhammadu Buhari visited Ebonyi State to commission projects. For Enugu State, it's been 7 years since the state hosted a Nigerian president, given that then President Buhari visited the state in January 2019. And based on the recent visit to the Southeast, the president asked some residents and experts, the reporters actually went out and asked people what they thought the visit meant for the particular region. If you could note anything at all, or if it's just, one of those visits, one way or the other. He's the president of Nigeria and he's bound to visit states. And we shouldn't just say, oh, because he visited one state, by extension, it means something historical for the region. It could just be a visit to commission. A president can decide to visit a state to commission, and it doesn't necessarily translate to anything significant for the entire region. So you feel free to share your take, but the president has made several commitments to the state and to the region generally as to the kind of projects that will go on there, which some people like Okukwe says is a game changer. He believes there's more to it than just, the visit. That is a game changer. So what level of change in the game are we going to see for the state and for the region if there's anything to it in the first instance beyond going to visit and commission a project in the region? Former presidential spokesperson Dr. Donyo Okupe described President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's visit to Enugu State on Saturday as a game changer. In a statement on Sunday, he said the visit of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Enugu on Saturday is a major game changer. Any objective observer can easily discern that President Tinubu's open-heartedness and unrestrained affection for the Southeast. The president spoke openly and candidly from his heart, made very significant commitment for support for developmental projects in the Southeast. And according to him, without any equivocation, the Southeast deserve the attention and support of any fair-minded president. Okupe, former Director General of Peter Obi Presidential Campaign Council, said any Nigerian of goodwill will commend Tinubu's genuine good gesture to the Southeast. Is Okupe just speaking as, a politician? 1 minute with Labour Party, I'm no longer with Labour Party, I'm a free agent politician at this point in time? Is it just, is it relevance, or is he making a relevant point at this point in time? Well, feel free to share with me, as that's one of the stories that we're looking at today. We're also looking at another story, the alleged cyber bullying has court grant bail to activists charged for cussing out Tinubu's son and the Inspector General of Police on social media. This woman went with her full chest and did a video and said things and labeled and insulted. I remember that the police had said to the spokesperson that cussing politically exposed persons, insulting them, government officials, elected appointees, or anyone generally, constitutes cyberbullying. And moving forward, the police would deal with it as cyberbullying. So this woman was picked up apparently in December for doing exactly what the police said constitutes cyberbullying, insulting and cursing out the president's son, the president's son's family, the police and or whatnot. And she was arrested and charged to court. And the court has granted her bail today, and the case will continue. And the question around is, does this arrest reflect legitimate law enforcement agents or law enforcement to saying, oh, the law has the right to go after this? Besides, there's a provision which they have quoted to saying these constitute cyberbullying because we have a cyber security or cyber whatever act in the country. And if you go contrary to what is spelled out there, we have the right to pick you up. Is it law enforcement doing its job, or is it a crackdown on dissident at this point in time? Mind you, we can't say all of the things that she said in the insult because, we'll be helping to promote it and propagate it. But I'm sure a lot of you who comb social media, you're always moving around the corridors and the streets of social media, Twitter, X particularly. You must have stumbled on the video, or Facebook. You must have seen it. And at this point, you can make an informed, opinion as to what you think. Remember, we've talked also on this show as to how some Nigerians don't just know how to engage government. You see people just so angry, perhaps because of lack of knowledge or information or just the know-how, or is it a cultural thing? People just, they first by default, first insult. Then from insult, you start to look at how they insult you back or respond. That's how you build on it. I've seen quite a lot of it. And it's worrying for me because I even see people who are well-read and well-traveled employ the same strategy. And at one point I thought, maybe it's who we are. We're that people that insult. Your parents insulted you at one point. You insult people. Friends insult each other. So you just feel like that is how we address issue with insult. But no, apparently, it's now a crime to do that. But share your take after the break.
Hello, football fans. It's your guy, Brother Shaggy. Are you ready for the ultimate football experience? Predator Energy Drink is giving fans the chance to win a football experience in London with the one and only Brother Shaggy.
Hello, my name is Kimberly. I'm the host of Hard Facts, and I bring you the biggest stories driving conversation every weekday here on 95.1 Nigeria Info Hard Fact Show. I love to get your opinion and conjectures, but the facts you cannot dispute here on Hard Facts. Join me and let's talk.
Audio.
10 million naira, attaching other conditions to a release. Initially, on the 20th of December 2024, the judge rejected an oral bail request made by Ms. Thomas' lawyer following her arraignment. The judge insisted that only a formal written application for bail will be considered. In response, Ms. Thomas' defense team submitted a written bail application, which was heard in court today. And the lawyers, the legal team of Ms. Thomas, the legal representative of the police were absent during the proceeding. In the ruling, Mr. Nwite ruled that there is no concrete evidence that the defendant will jump bail if granted at the end of the day. Recall that the police arrested Ms. Thomas in Shomolu, Lagos State on Friday, 13th December 2024, over allegation of cursing and wishing death upon Tinubu, the son of President Tinubu, as well as the children of the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, and those of Police Office spokesperson, Muyiwa Adejobi. She live streamed the video on her Facebook page on the 20th of October, shortly after she was reportedly brutalized by police officers during the NSAS memorial procession at the Lekki toll gate. That's the reason why she went on social media. That was the reason why she went on the Facebook Live, because she said she was brutalized and then started cursing and insulting them. A day after her arrest, the police flew her from Lagos to Abuja to tell you how high-profile the case is, to further interrogation by the National Cybercrime Center, NCCC, of the Nigerian police and subsequent prosecution. The police subsequently charged her with 3 counts of cyberbullying. The police allege in one of the counts that Ms. Thomas, during her video transmission, made remark in Yoruba that included placing curses on Seyi Tinubu, wishing him death, and predicting calamity for the Tinubu family within the year. The charge stated that these comments were made with intent to bully, threaten, and harass the person of Mr. Seyi Tinubu, adding that such comment and communication places the said Mr. Tinubu in fear of death, violence, or bodily harm. The second count similarly accused her of bullying, threatening, and harassing Mr. Egbetokun in the same video transmission, causing him to fear for his life, death, violence, or bodily harm. In the third count, the police alleged that she made curses directed at Mr. Adejobi, the police spokesperson, claiming his children would die before his eyes and that he would bury all his children in a single day. The charge stated that these comments were also made with intent to bully, threaten, and harass the person of Muyiwa Adejobi, adding that such communication places him in fear of death of his loved ones. The prosecution said each of the 3 counts were contrary and punishable under Section 24, subsection 2A, Cybercrimes Prohibition, Prevention, etc. Amendment Act of 2024. Ms. Thomas pleaded not guilty to all 3 counts during her arraignment on the 20th, of December. So, bail has been granted. However, conditions are tight. We'll see if she can meet the condition of it. But let's take you further back. On the 20th of October, police reportedly arrested about 23 activists who had gathered at the Lekki toll gate to commemorate the 4th anniversary of the NSAS protest. Officials initially dispersed the crowd using tear gas before detaining activists and transporting them in a Black Maria to Panti police station in Yaba, where they were held. The date marked the tragic event of 20th October 2020, when the Nigerian security forces, particularly the army, opened fire on peaceful protesters at the toll gates, which had made the epicenter of that area the NSAS movement against police brutality, and many were killed and injured in the incident. Now, the government will say no such thing happened. A white paper was presented to the Lagos state government that has not been acted on for setting recommendations and all, which there's no clarity as to what the state will do about it. Since then, the 20th of October has been observed as by Nigerians to honor the victims and reflect on the struggle. She was picked up and she claimed that she was brutalized by the police that gave her, the effrontery to go on Facebook and do all the things that she said that led to her arrest. So you're getting how it built up to this particular point in time. So we're asking you, given the gravity of the things she said out of her mouth and knowing how seriously we take curses in this part of the country, is it police, law enforcement at its best, or a crackdown on dissident? That's the second story. And the third story, just before I go to the phone lines, we're looking at what the federal government is deciding moving forward to do concerning this new strain of virus coming from China again. All right. We know what the world went through with COVID-19, the lockdown in 2020, and they're talking about people falling sick in China again, and countries are putting up measures at this point, and Nigeria is indeed being proactive to saying that they will activate surveillance measure for inbound passengers from China following the current surge of respiratory virus. Reports indicate that the virus had led to overcrowded hospitals, emergency measures, and public concerns in China. And the virus attributed to the human metapneumovirus has seen cases spiking across northern China provinces like this winter, particularly amongst children. Neighboring countries such as Cambodia, Taiwan, Hong Kong are closely monitoring the HMPV situation, having reported a few cases but no widespread outbreak, according to report. So, according to Chinese authorities, there's been a noticeable increase in the HMPV cases, particularly amongst children. And in response to this, the Chinese government announced measures including constant monitoring of cases, adoption of masks, social distancing, disinfection of public spaces to curb the spread of the virus, which is of great concern. And they say both the HMPV and COVID-19 are respiratory illnesses. There are important differences though. HMPV typically causes milder symptoms such as cold, flu, while COVID-19 caused by SARS-CoV-2 virus can lead to more severe health complication and long-term effect. But we are not taking chances, are we? Because the government has decided that we would definitely implement emergency measures to monitor and manage the spread of HMPV. So moving forward, according to the Director of Special Duties, Office of the Director General of the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention, Mr. John Olajide, he told the Punch on Sunday that the federal government would implement prevention measures by activating surveillance measures to curb the spread of the disease. And to that, they will also implement some sort of quarantine for people who are coming from this region of the country where it is prevalent at this point in time. Good move, solid move. Your take. 0700 951 0000, 0809 5974 869 or 0809 9930137. Hello.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah, well, yeah. Speaking about book, I think whatever the woman might have gone through, I would have gone to be cursing and saying all those kind of insults. I think Nigeria, we are just even the place you don't expect. Human beings are just so terrible. You don't even know somebody, the person doesn't even know you from Adam. So that bullying has been, I don't know, some people, I don't know whether it's a psychological problem. You see that even in church, it's so sad. Honestly speaking, it's something I saw, something that made me feel very, very angry and upset. How can you, this car, you don't even know whether it was the IG and all that stuff, drove the car and you have, I think there's a way you could not go to social media and start saying all manner of things, started saying, because it's uncalled for, it's not acceptable, honestly speaking. I think it's so sad. I think in terms of China, I think Nigeria should be very, very watchful. I think I'm good enough that they get to realize that in time. And I think they get to watch out and see how the event unfolds, so that by the end of the day, we should be able to fall victim.
All right.
It should be sad. I think we have to be able to watch them. I like what the agency of the healthcare system are doing. I think they should keep up the spirit.
All right. Thank you very much, Williams. Oh, dear. Sorry about that. Let's hear another caller. Hello?
I think they should keep up the spirit.
All right. Thank you very much, Williams. Oh, dear. Sorry about that. Hello? Yes.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, Kim, good afternoon.
Go ahead, sir. What's your name?
Justice of Peace.
Talk to us.
Justice of Peace, Kim.
Go ahead, Justice of Peace.
Yeah. President's visit to the Southeast. For me, it has nothing to do with the people of the region. It has nothing to do with the people of the region. I think I can imagine how long that the governor must have spent time to plead and lobby for the president to just come to his state in order to have some strengthening of relationship and prove to the president that he's on his side, And at the end of the day, the state money has spent for all those stuff. We saw how Obasanjo was moving for a kind of regional walking visit. He will move from state to state. He will see the chiefs. He will see the governors. He will see the politicians. He will have an interaction with them to know what is their problem, what they need, and all that. That is a walking visit. But this one that the president went, for me, I think is a ceremonial visit, and they had the ceremony. And it has nothing to do with the region, not the state. Even the state, for me.
All right.
Nothing. We saw what Uzodinma and Boy State governor did during Buhari government. They visit, they go about this. What that didn't change? It didn't change anything. Thank you, Kim. Have a good time.
Thank you very much. Hello? Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Yeah, good morning, my dear sister.
You're calling from outside the country?
No, I'm in the country here.
And it's good afternoon, sir.
I'm
You said good morning, so I was thinking you were far from home. Go ahead, then.
No, thank you, my dear sister. Happy New Year to you, my dear sister.
I wish you same, my brother.
Thank you. I missed your birthday, but don't worry, there will be another one.
No problem.
Thank you, I appreciate it. My name is Vitali.
Go ahead, Vitali.
I'm calling from Lube, as I said. My dear sister, I don't know why we have different states of rule in this country. You see, one for the poor, one for the less privileged, and another one for the powerless. And then there's this one for the very powerful ones. It's like, touch not my anointed, as it is written in the Bible. If you are not an anointed somebody who is powerful, then you are to be touched. But if you are, then nobody can touch you. Well, I'm not saying this to support cyberbullying. But the same thing that they are arresting this lady for now. Remember, Tinubu's daughter has insulted so many people here. It's on on the media for all of us to see. She insulted the central bank governor. She insulted the police IG. She insulted a lot of people.
Really? It's out there. I will go, honest to God, I'm not aware of her insulting anyone, but it's something to scout and look out for. I will look out for it, as you alleged.
Yes, my dear. Why are we doing that? You see, if the rules are meant for everybody, if that law is for the sanity of the society, and for everyone to abide by it, I will have no problem. But why is it that this person will do something? It is nothing like crime. Somebody else will do it, it becomes a crime. I have a problem with that. And then going to China, my dear. Chinese, I'm sorry. I don't want to be misunderstood, but they are becoming a different thing. I'm suspecting something. Why is it that they're always releasing one virus or the other to the society? We have just dealt with this one now. Another one is coming. It looks to me like there's something they're getting from it that we are not aware of. Let's be circumspect. Thank you very much and Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
My name is Salasi.
Welcome, Salasi.
I give the listeners and callers of this radio station.
Go ahead, sir.
I want to talk about this woman that was arrested. If you are to criticize government, criticize constructively, not with abusive words. That is it. Yes, we call here and complain about the situation that is happening in the country. But you say what start with the story of that manhole. Can I say something about it later?
You can touch on it briefly.
Honestly, I have been complaining about that. I was that of Wiluli. And to be sincere, coming from a of 160 days to the like they have removed all the manhole cover. And I said the alternative is to be arresting this Babongola. They are all over the place. You see, as early as 4 a.m., where is Babongola being at that particular attack? So these are the people, until they start getting them arrested. I talk about Kuba Express. I said now that street light is not working. And now they are vandalizing the street light poles. People start from Juba coming into the town. They are cutting the poles one after the other. I think something needs to be done about this misplan. There doesn't want anything good in this country. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you also, Salasi. Let's get more thought in. Don't forget, you can call us or you can leave us a message. Our phone numbers to call 0700 951 0000 or 0809 9930 which is our WhatsApp number. Call that number via WhatsApp. Hello.
Hello. Hey, all right for herself.
I greet you. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Nani of last year.
All right. Good to know. You're one and the same.
Team at the entire office on December 25th, I don't see you now. Only what I do.
All right.
This is Uncle Chris.
Uncle Chris, you're welcome.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
I wish you same. Uncle Chris, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead with your thoughts, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I don't tune in. I only had a caller who said, why is China, everything China? I said, to whom much is given, much is expected. They carry the fine population where they get. So, and everybody is running to China to go and get one thing or the other, including whatever they have to keep. So it is not a surprise. Anyway, that's on a lighter note. I only call to wish you Happy New Year.
Thank you very much.
I'm always to this year. I don't return.
Thank you very much and welcome back. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir, you're welcome.
Good morning, dear Oracle.
Good afternoon.
This is Marcel from Michigan. Yeah. So
Where are you calling from?
That video of Michigan.
Oh, all right. So it's good morning from your end then, Michigan. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So I saw that video of that manhole, and it's really, really appalling to see that happening because that's a big danger to road users. However, the government needs to start arresting not just only the sellers, but the buyers. Because if they can discourage people from buying, then they will have nobody to sell it to. So that thing will remain in place. They have to bring us stringent laws to punish the buyers of those things because it is the buyers that encourage the people to go and bring these things out. They are part of the whole process, not just the people removing it, but the people buying it from them. The police should go after them, arrest these people, and punish them stringently. Maybe it will deter people from destroying government property. Thank you very much. Happy New Year.
Thank you very much, sir, and Happy New Year to you also. Good to know that you are following up on developments back home in Nigeria. All right, let's look at some of the comments. On Facebook, there are quite a number of them. Kanglo Olajide Daniel says, good afternoon, Kim. Thank you very much, Kanglo. You're very kind. John Nana says, good to see you here. God bless you. Go on. Hassad Mazu, good afternoon. Welcome on board. Good to know that you are a part of the conversation. Let's hear this caller. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. You're welcome.
Okay, interestingly, I did work in telecom sector where we use quite a number of these manhole cover. So this theft has been going on for a very long time. I know that then what MTN tried to do was to introduce a device that makes it very, very difficult for them to, hook it. But I do not know how the effort the government can take now to ensure that they are able to pull it out, so that they don't, easily fit it into the market. But the only thing I can say, because I know that we have had quite a number of steps. The other time I saw a similar one on the rail track. So like the last caller said, we need to really focus on the buying, because it's really, really on the rampant. I just came back from Christmas break today, and only to open my house and found out that they came through the fence and took 2 cylinders. Two of my gas cylinders. So it's really worrisome what is going on. So I think the government should enforce the arrest of the buyer.
Okay.
Now when I was saying this in the office, somebody said, "Oh, go to Panteca." I said, "I haven't been there. Where is Panteca?" So apparently some people where they sell some of these, stolen items in terms of metal.
All right.
And lots of small companies that are into, smelting functions. They can go there and ambush them and get them arrested. So that's what I think will happen. But even as I speak now, I'm feeling very sad because I don't even know how I can come back from Christmas after I see that my captain in that.
Oh dear.
They didn't even leave one. And I had that impact.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, God will help us.
Amen. Thank you very much. Let's hear this.
Did not take control of Babampola. Babampola will become like Boko Haram in Borno State and other places. They are very dangerous, very, very dangerous. James from Abuja. Thank you, Kenya.
All right. Still talking about the theft of the manhole covers and the petty stealings going on around. Let's see here. Truly, I am an APC loyalist. No, I'm not an APC loyalist, nor a fan of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but nobody can take it away that Mr. President is doing his best to exhibit he's a grassroots mobilizer and a true politician. Within this, his administration, kidnapping, banditry, tribal agitation, crimes and criminalities are gradually going down. Even his critics are gradually losing their voices. How Mr. President has achieved these feats remains a big miracle. Okay? Mirage to so many. Is that what you meant to say? Mr. President moved to identify firmly with the Southeast is wonderful development, and I pray all his promises to Indigo will be completely and totally carried on to the letter, which I pray would include the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 2025. I pray the President ensure through his policies that life becomes fair to all Nigerians. Ozi Nwamadu Umu Dioka, ancient kingdom of Olu in Imo State. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Hello. I'm calling from Bagoleta.
You're welcome.
Indeed, Mr. President, the master of the game. But can he outsmart the entire Nigeria politically? Is Nigeria President Tinubu's empire? Some will tell. Is Mr. President popularity getting a boost with all these policies that are anti-people? It's a matter of time. Please, I want to, I'm impressed with your opening the topic, the issue of this arresting those who are detained about receiving stolen cover of manhole in the cities. They have to do something very fast. The Babambolas, they have become a social menace. There are people who are just taking cover of Babambolas, but they are not doing that business. They are just criminals. They are criminals. Do you know some of them have started opening camps, like Babambola colonies within the neighborhood? Most of the places they will not see. And most of them, on the Sunday, they will target homes of Christians. On Friday, when people are going to mosque, they will strike. And they have a very powerful link. They may be listening to this program. They have their lawyers, they have their security agents, and they have to respectability. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. They have all of that. Boy, we're dealing with a network then. Syndicate. I'm curious to read about the new variant from China. Well done, Kim, says Hafsat. Yeah, I know everyone is curious as to what's going on. Everyone is dreading the thought of another lockdown. I doubt the world will ever get grounded like it did in 2020, though. So the earlier, the better. Tokwe, good to know you're with us. Ojo, the next president, says, okay, the video. Happy New Year from Dan Omaxim Beitama. This might not be part of your present program, but please reach out to Abuja Environmental Board to come to our rescue. Okay, we'll get back to that later since it's not a part of it. Please, for nearly a month, residents in 3rd Avenue, Guarimpa have not had running water. Yes, okay. I know that conversation came up on what's happening in Abuja during the town hall this morning. One of the concerns indeed, and the Water Board did announce sometimes certain areas that will go off, but no one predicted this long, and I'm sure it's something you need to get to the office to address with them. Nigerian government are using police to take out freedom of speech. So if the government we voted for are doing bad, we should not criticize them. We should be looking at them and ruin the lives of Nigerians with their corrupt activities. Any government or leader that failed should be criticized and insulted. Olaleye Babalola from Katampe, but is cursing and calling death on their family and their children criticism. Does it sound constructive? Big Sam from Chika, we expect government to work when common manhole pilfering they cannot control. The day I fell inside one manhole at night, I really felt sorry for myself. I just thank God my leg was not broken, but I felt the pain for over a week. They should do something quickly about it. But they're making arrests, and it's left for citizens to also support the police with information to make more arrests. Hello? You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, issue on issue of this Babambola. First and foremost, it started. This is Mala Adam coming.
We're listening, sir.
Association they have done. This is a business to the society. I don't know if it is due to lack of education that have transferred to this very business in the society. You know, I like 2-3 days ago, a lot of people are like this brother I can specialize there to any metropolis. If you're going to work any aspire 30 to 60, see the boys when you're trying to move from the entrance of the door to go to help. You had stabbing a lady to take off a hand, moving her phone, stealing from you, or maybe probably you want to maybe try to get something outside or to escort your wife to take a bicycle before you come out your house. The boys are just going through your window and carry a sack and say, now what they're saying there, for it, they're no longer vandalize your house at 11 p.m. or 12 again. It's around 6 a.m. Only there is brave. This is a call that one of the policies that the police division in fact, most of this was precisely Panteka. Everything they stole from you is in Panteka. And you go and buy your phone and your cylinder, everything right in Panteka. Yeah, it is so bad. If they can evacuate these people, no kind of arms don't found them.
All right.
It's so crazy. It is a very dangerous society. As for President Tinubu visiting, I think it's a drastic step, please. One more of this, one peace in Nigeria. Those who doesn't want peace, please, because of our path from the east to my state asylum, I want peace in the east. I want peace in the north, in the west, in the north central, in the Niger Delta.
All right, sir.
Love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We love you right back. Big Sam from Chika. We expect government to work. All right. I have read that before. And Aina from Kujoy on the Babambola issue here in Abuja. The solution is for the government to ban Panteka business or sales of used item. If not, the problem can't be solved, and it's a time bomb for insecurity also in the country. I love the president for visiting Enugu State. At least he shut up and shamed individuals that refer to the region as sadists. Mr. Maxwell from Niger State. They do that? They said sadists? I've never heard that before, I promise you. Leo says, with their big bags on their shoulders, if they get close to your car, you'll be surprised to find your car inside that sack. Oh my God, Leo. Thank you very much. Let's go to a quick break.
This is Nigeria Info.